today we're going to talk about something that kind of flips our whole idea of happiness on its head. It's a concept from Buddhist thought, and it asks a pretty simple question. What if the key to feeling good isn't about getting more stuff, but about letting things go? I mean, we've all been there, right? You ask yourself, why is this so hard? Why do I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world? It's this super universal question that everyone hits at some point. And the answer, well, it might be a lot simpler than you think. Our go-to move when things get tough is usually to add something. We think, oh, I need a new skill, or if I just had this thing, or let me set a new goal. But the whole idea we're diving into today just throws that out the window. It says real freedom, real happiness doesn't come from adding. It comes from subtracting. So let's get into it. Why does our default setting of just add more so often end up making us feel worse? This is what we can call the happiness paradox. It all kind of boils down to this one core concept, shuchaku. It's a Japanese word, and it basically means a really deep attachment or obsession. You know that feeling, right? That constant internal pull of, I really want this, oh, but I want that too. But it actually gets even trickier than that. It's not just about wanting a lot of things. The real problem, the thing that really trips us up, is when the things we want are complete opposites, when they're in a total tug of war with each other. Yeah, that's the core of it, trying to hold two conflicting desires in your head at the exact same time. Now, there's a fancy term for it, cognitive dissonance, but really, it's just that internal battle that completely drains your energy and leaves you feeling so stressed out and exhausted. Here's a classic example, and I bet a lot of you can relate to this. On one hand, you want to absolutely crush it at work, get that promotion, be a huge success. But on the other hand, you're like, my personal time is sacred. I am not sacrificing my weekends or evenings. See the problem? When both of those are non-negotiable, you're setting yourself up for a constant, exhausting fight with yourself. And how do we try to solve this? We add more, of course. We get the latest productivity app, we try some new time management hack, maybe we even start a side hustle. But all we're really doing is trying to shove more and more stuff into a suitcase that is already bursting at the seams. We never actually stop and deal with the fundamental conflict. Okay, so this is where it all clicks. The solution requires a total 180 in our thinking. It's about seeing letting go not as giving up, not as failure, but as a total power move, a real act of strength. And this is so important to get right. Letting go is not the same as quitting. It's not just throwing your hands up in defeat. No way. It's an active, deliberate choice to free yourself from the very chains that are binding you. It's a strategic move for your own well-being. All right, to really get a handle on this, let's look at a couple of really great metaphors. The first one is all about a backpack. So I want you to picture this. You're on a long hike, a journey, and on your back, you've got this backpack. And it is stuffed with diamonds. And every single diamond represents something valuable you've picked up along the way in your life. So what are these diamonds? Well, they're all the good stuff, right? A fancy job title, a huge network of contacts, all your past successes and achievements, even the beliefs and values you hold most dear. And we hold on to them tight because, hey, they're valuable. But here's the twist. What happens when the backpack gets too full of diamonds? It becomes this crushing weight. So heavy you literally can't move forward. The very things that made you successful in the past are now the anchors holding you back. And the only way to keep going is to decide which diamonds you have to leave behind. Okay, now for the next metaphor. And this one is a little more intense. Picture this. You're on a ship, there's a huge storm raging, and the ship is way too heavy with cargo. It's actually starting to sink. And this isn't just any cargo. It's treasure, your pride, your ego, your past victories, all the stuff you own. But when the ship is going down, all that treasure is just dead weight. It's pulling you under. Suddenly, throwing things overboard isn't some deep philosophical debate anymore. It is, quite literally, a survival strategy. Okay, so the metaphors are great. They make a lot of sense. But how do you actually do this, like in real life? Where do you even start when it feels like everything is a diamond? Everything is treasure. Well, it turns out it all starts with one simple, practical first step. The next time you feel that crushing weight of being overwhelmed, just stop and ask yourself this one question. And don't think about what you're supposed to want or what other people think is important. This is just for you. If I could let go of just one thing right now to feel the most relief, what would it be? It's all about that feeling of lightness.
And look, this is not about some massive, dramatic, life-changing decision you have to make by tomorrow. No. It's more like taking off a heavy coat, then a sweater, then another layer. You start with the easy stuff. Maybe it's letting go of the need for everyone to like you. Or maybe it's just quitting the habit of checking your phone for likes every 5 minutes. Each little thing you drop makes you feel a tiny bit lighter. And that feeling, that's what builds the confidence to eventually let go of the really heavy stuff.
So, what we're really talking about here is giving you a brand new tool for your mental toolbox, a whole new way of thinking whenever you feel stuck. And that tool is the power of subtraction. Think about it. Up to this point, whenever you've felt overwhelmed, your brain probably jumped straight to one question. What do I need to add? What's missing here? What no thing will fix this?
But now you've got another option, a new question you can ask yourself. Okay, wait, what can I subtract? What can I just let go of? Seriously, just having that second question as an option can completely shift how you see the problem.
And that's really the big takeaway I want to leave you with. You don't have to have the big answer right this second, but just let this question sit with you for a bit. If you wanted to lighten your own ship just a little, starting today, what's the very first thing you could let go of? Maybe it's a thing, maybe it's an old grudge, maybe it's just an impossible expectation you have for yourself. Whatever it is, the power to let it go is all yours.